I'm not going to teach you all the combos because I don't use them all. I'm only going to teach you the useful ones I use constantly because they are the best ones for charging files and dealing damage to the monster. So, basically, first of all, we need to know how Charge Blade works, right? You'll see there's these like cup, jug sort of shapes at the top left, under where your weapon sharpness is. Those things are called files. Basically, you hit the monster with your sword, and they charge up through different colours. When they're red, they're fully charged, and you can fill up all the files with it. And then once the files are filled up, you can use that to do big attack moves and everything. So, without further ado, let's show you how to charge up the files. This is the most efficient way to charge up the files. You hold right click, and then when you go into this position, you release, and then you hit it with a shield thrust, which is for left and right click to perform. And you just loop that, so hold right click, thrust, and then hold right click again, and then shield thrust. If it's red like this, then it's overheated. You don't want to do that because all your weapon attacks will bounce, but it's fine because to get rid of that, all you have to do is block and then right click to charge your files. Once your files are charged, you want to charge your shield to do the big attacks. So to do that, you want to either go into axe mode like this by blocking and left clicking, and then performing a amped element discharge, which is left and right click like this, or you want to follow up the shield bash with another left and right click to do the same thing, or you can go straight from charging into a shield bash by left and right clicking and then follow up with no left and right click. Now to charge your shield from super amped element discharge, you want to cancel it with a block as the shield opens up behind you. Anyway, if charging your sword isn't extremely beneficial, but it does get you some extra damage, so this is how you do it. When you're charging your files, you hold left click, and when the sword pops into the shield, you release, and you do a condensed element slash, and you'll see at the top left, the sword is now red. Basically, when something is charged, the icon will appear at the top left red, so currently the shield and the sword are charged. Now the shield gets charged 30 seconds for every file you put into it. Now, when in shield form, you want to do, when your shield's charged, you want to do a super amped element discharge to do lots of damage, which is performed the same way as the amped element discharge. It just happens when your shield is charged. So you know the 3 ways to do that. The shield bash followed with a left and right click, the charge to shield bash to left and right click, and then the axe mode to left and right click where you do that. And that's what it should look like. This is an elemental one, so they'll bounce up at the end. Impact ones are slightly different. The other way to deal damage with your axe is to, when it's charged, instead of cancelling it with block, you cancel it with your slinger aim. So my slinger aim is T, so I would press T to cancel it. So when it goes here, I press T and I do an overhead slash, and that activates this thing called Savage Axe, and you can see at the left, it's a red axe thing. This was added with Iceborne, so if you don't have Iceborne, I don't think you'll be able to do this. When in Savage Axe mode, you can attack as always. It's normal axe mode, but with a bit of extra damage and a rotating blade at the end. The best combo to deal damage in this is to left click to rising slash, and then right click to element discharge 2, and just loop these continuously. And the rising slash won't use a file, but the element discharge 2 will use a file. But overall you get a lot of damage out for the amount it is there. So you see I got like 6,000 damage out. That's quite a lot. The most damaging single attack in the game you can do with Charge Blade is a super amped element discharge with Savage Axe. So if I quickly get back into Savage Axe, my shield's charged, so it'll do that. And then this is the best damage attack in the game. So you go, and then you get lots of damage. Other than that, everything's pretty simple. There's block, which is control, and to go into axe mode you block and left click, and it will do a morph slash. To get back to sword and shield mode you just block again or press control, and it will switch you back into this. Finally, there's this thing called guard points, where basically instead of just blocking normally, it's a block at the end of an animation, so like that, where your shield's out in front of you, it blocks, and that will block attacks. It uses less stamina, and it gives you less knockback and uses less sharpness, so they're quite useful, but they require quite good timing. So I'd suggest practicing the timing quite a lot if you want to use these efficiently. So I will give you a quick example with this barrel that explodes, the block, and then I do that, and as you can see, it blocked, it barely used any sharpness, didn't use much stamina, and it's pretty simple. So how to do it? There's multiple points of guard point. The main ones are if you attack and then you press a motion control with a right click, it will do a sliding slash. The game won't actually tell you about this attack, but it's a very good one for repositioning during combos, and you can actually do it after any attack, even like the shield bash, so you can do reposition to get closer or further away to monster. You can do it in all directions. It's a very good attack, and the shield in front of you after will block any monster attack. The other way to do it is to be switching into axe mode, like that's what I use. So if you quickly look, I hit it, and then I switch to axe mode just as it blows up, so the shield will be in front of me, and then the impact happens while the shield's in front of me and it blocks it. The last way to do it is switching into Savage Axe, but that is a lot harder to master, as I'm not sure which point in it actually does it. I believe also the converting into shield does the same sliding attack, which leaves it in front of you, which you can use, but it's quite difficult to do that one as well because the animation is long. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something. Stay tuned because I'll be making more videos like this in the future for other weapons. Next I'm going to be doing Sword and Shield, so that should be coming soon. And I hope you'll enjoy playing Charge Blade.